Good evening. I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So it's during the holiday season, we oftentimes get overwhelmed by the amount of clutter in our homes. So tonight I'm going to talk about the ultimate minimalist guide to avoid holiday clutter. So whether you call yourself a minimalist or not, doesn't the thought of all that holiday clutter throughout your home create some level of angst and anxiety? It does to many at this time of the year. And that an example would be the influx of beautifully wrapped packages from well-meaning friends and relatives, gifts that you may appreciate them giving you, but you may not want or you may not need them. Another example would be the excessive amounts of holiday decorations. They've been stored in your basement for the entire year, and then they're all brought upstairs, and then they're dispersed throughout your home to give that feeling of Christmas, supposedly. But instead, sometimes it creates a feeling of more chaos and sometimes even claustrophobia because there's so much. And another example would be the extraordinary amount of food in our pantries, in our refrigerators, and on our countertops. All of this is well intended in that it's awaiting, the next crew of friends to stop by. But it also brings with that the pile of dishes in the sink and so forth. So while I might be being a little bit over dramatic and painting this kind of gloomy picture, for some, that amount of holiday clutter does make you stop and wonder, how do minimalists avoid that annual nightmare? And how do minimalists not give presents and still express their love and appreciation for family and friends? I think this is a really profound thought, and I've given a lot of thought to it myself. Much more of a minimalist in this last couple of years, and for my family and I've asked them to please give me a list of what they need, so that I don't overload them also with presents that they don't want, and I'd much rather have the experiences. So how minimalists can give presents and still express their love and appreciation to family and friends is something I've been thinking a lot about lately. So if it sounds impossible, there are a few basic minimalist principles that we might listen to that will help us avoid that holiday clutter. So I'm calling it the ultimate. So the first thing is gift giving. So when you are gift giving, think needs, not wants. Maybe especially at this time and, in this economy where, we might be in a recession or going into a recession. Who on your gift list might need something this year and would truly appreciate your thoughtfulness and your sensitivity to the fact that they might need something that maybe they can't afford themselves right now? It could be groceries for Christmas dinner. It could be shoes for their kids. It could be, helping them with a utility bill or baby diapers or formula. It all sounds a little bit silly because it doesn't sound like a gift, but it really is a gift when someone needs something. And I think you can do that very tactfully by just telling them, tell me what you want, tell me what you need. So there's true joy in giving something of what people need and might not have been able to get themselves were it not for you to give them that special gift. Then gift receiving. So that was gift giving, but gift receiving. It's only natural that friends and family want to give you certain people gifts in your own life because it's a way of showing you love them. And I guess I would just say respect that, because you certainly don't want to take away that joy of giving that gift, because it is fun to receive something that people have really thought about that is meaningful to them, is meaningful to you. But maybe a thought would be to be open and honest with them and with yourself. So give them a small wish list of what you'd prefer to receive. So, as really, rather than giving me a gift this year, I'd really like it if you would, take me out to dinner. Let's go have lunch, or let's go do something together that we can just really catch up and continue to just create that connection that you really want with that person. You might also say, I'd love to have theater tickets to whatever it is to go with your spouse. Or it might be that you really need a car tune-up and you've been putting it off just because it wasn't in your budget. And it might be that a gift card to the grocery store to, get something that you really need. I guess, again, be thinking need, as long as it's adding value to your life, but doesn't add clutter to your home. A well-intentioned gift, it really is a true gift. And one that when you receive it, it's given with joy and it's received with joy. So the other area is home decorating. So if you've already downsized, chances are you've already decluttered and purged some of those plastic bins that have been filling your basement for all these months. I know when I downsized, I went from 18 of those. It was ridiculous. And when I brought it up the other night, it just filled me with joy because every single thing in that plastic bin that's now on my tree gives me great joy. But when I think of, having 16 or 18, obviously that was excessive. And that's why people believe me, that I am a downsizing designer, because I went through that purging. So all I would tell you is if you already have purged and downsized, just continue to purge. So before you bring those plastic bins up, stairs again to, put around your house, put on your tree, while you're in the basement, why don't you purge one more time? So take some time to edit some more and don't feel guilty about it. Just think, did I put this on the tree last year or did it sit in the bin again one more year? So make your life easier and just purge before you bring it upstairs. And also, another thought would be to make purging and decluttering an ongoing habit. So the less you have and the less you own, the less clutter you'll have, and your home won't feel overwhelming. And when you do bring that bin, your home and your tree with only matter most to you, because when you do that, those things will bring you joy, and that is kind of bringing the meaning to the season. And so just in decluttering, so just remember that minimalism is not just about the physical clutter. It's also about a to-do list that's just packed and never ending. Don't align with what matters most to you, and what allows you to live that abundant life with less stuff and less clutter. This holiday does not reflect what your goals are, what matters most to you. Ask yourself if it's time to let it go. So a minimalist lifestyle is one that if you're constantly striving, add more of what matters to you and less of what doesn't. So add more time in your schedule for family and friends to get together, to have simple dinners, whatever it is that you want to do, and then purge from your schedule, from your life, from your bins, all of those things that don't matter. It's about being intentional every minute of your life in every area of your life. So I hope this serves as a good reminder for you, and it certainly has for me as I was writing it, just what really matters. And if it doesn't matter, then just maybe it's time to let it go. Thanks, and I'll talk to you again next week. Have a great week.